There's a new Genesis game out, and it's Demons of Asteborg. I purchased this on their website, and they sent me a press kit. I'm going to do an unboxing of this press kit, as well as share gameplay footage. This is also available on Switch and Steam, and so if you don't have an old console, you can play them on those. So sit back, relax, let's take a look. So here it is. Here's the press kit that Neofid sent me. They've worked on this game for a long time. Nice to see it finally coming out. And here is the actual copy of the game that you can purchase on their website, both in cartridge and complete in box form. Really like that. The press kit included some extras. Here's some art cards. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Come in a bag with some stickers, as well as a cloth map of the world, as well as a USB stick in form of like a sword. You take the tip off, plug it in. It includes a Steam copy of the game, soundtrack, as well as some backstory of the company. That cloth map is sweet. I miss games coming with those. Really nice extra. Here are the art cards that it comes with, and these are scenes from the introduction of the game, and so it's really cool that they went all out, and some character cards as well. It kind of reminded me of like a playing card deck, and so really sweet. This is the actual game that you can get and the artwork, and they went with a Mega Drive cover. And when you open it up, you see it has a full color manual as well as a Mega Drive cart. This is region free, by the way. You can play this on any version of original hardware. Mega Drive, Genesis 1, 2, or 3. The instruction booklet, full color, goes over items, characters, spells, levels. Pretty sweet. Comes with an extra sticker set. Nice extra there. Here's the Mega Drive cart. And you know, I like what they went with here. They went all out. Obviously, they're a huge fan of this classic console. And here's the reversible artwork. I actually prefer the reversible artwork more because it kind of goes back to the traditional grid base. Reminds me of a classic Sega Genesis release. I know there's fans out there of those. All right, let's take a look at the game. The story unfolds talking about how humans and demons once worked with one another and how that kind of unraveled. I really like what they did on the story. There's several different settings, different difficulties, as well as battery backup. I encourage you to probably play this on normal or easy. There is limited continues as well on this game, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. And so essentially you're trying to uncover memory fragments in certain levels. There's puzzles to unlock and switches to hit, and you have to use your mind to kind of get through each open-ended level. The programmers discuss their inspiration from games like Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and Ghouls and Ghosts, which is one of my favorite games. And I agree, it's a perfect blend of those games. Rather difficult though, definitely takes that difficulty from Ghouls and Ghosts. But I do like what they are doing here. If you're a person who gets frustrated with cheap deaths or games that have brutal difficulty, this is not a game for you. If you're up for a challenge though, I highly recommend this game. As you know, I'm no rookie when it comes to action platformers. I grew up with them, and I do like challenging games. I also like games that give you a fair chance, and I think this is a happy blend. Also to note, one of the largest Sega Genesis games ever created, and it shows. The animation, the color, the sound, the music. I really like what they did here, and the diversity of levels and bosses. Everything is just well done. It has a definite, fits the theme, this medieval theme. I love this executioner here, one of the first bosses that you fight. Pretty sweet. Definitely like what they did with the art direction, animation, and gameplay. It's pretty solid. In between the levels, there's 9, including a bonus round. There's a shop where you can upgrade your character. Really important that you spend your gold wisely. You get gold from defeating enemies. And so I really enjoyed the setting, and as well as the diversity between each level has its own unique look and sound. I really liked what they did here. I'm kind of, you know, fall's one of my favorite seasons, so this second level with the kind of the fall setting is awesome. Now, some of the platform, you know, climbing sequences are rather challenging. I found myself dying quite a bit just figuring them out. Definitely had flashbacks to like Ninja Gaiden, where I had to play a section over and over again. I have enjoyed what I've played so far. Now, I don't like the limited continues. I'm a fan, especially if you're like on an easy setting, it should have unlimited continues. It doesn't. So that may turn off a couple people, but you know, overall, I think if you're looking for a challenging game, this is well done. I really like what they've done with the graphics, the character, the enemies. But holy cow, some of these climbing sequences were rather challenging. I have to admit, I died quite a bit. Also, you have to ride on these barrels or rounds, whatever we call them, and you know, found myself dying quite a bit on these as well. It's a lot of pattern memorization and figuring out puzzles over and over again. Unfortunately, sometimes you're just dying, and with the limited continues, that's going to turn off some. Now, I get that. Hey, if you have limited time, maybe you don't want to frustrate yourself with a game like this. I found it's worth it. I think that this is one of the better Sega Genesis action platformers. You can see inspiration among the design they did in the levels, definitely getting the Castlevania inspiration on this part of the second level. And the levels are really long, broken up into different segments. Essentially, there's like the first part of the stage, which is essentially just your typical action platform. And then it opens up into more kind of an exploratory section where you're finding a memory fragment. And so some of the puzzles were really challenging. But so far in this game, I haven't found, at least at the beginning of the game, anything where you want to like break your controller or anything. It's all fairly easy to figure out. It's just more of execution. What I found in this game is it's more about not knowing what to do, but the execution of the action that you need to progress in the game. That's the challenge. And so I really have enjoyed this game. They definitely threw in some nods to some other classic games, and I really think that they've done an outstanding job with making a very high quality professional aftermarket game that will be considered one of the better action platformers on the Sega Genesis, and one I look forward to playing more. I think that the biggest challenge with this game is the limited continues. I'm just not a fan of those, but I know some people out there, they're fine with that. It's just, you know, having limited continues meaning you have to start back all the way to the beginning. You know, I'm sure there's some workarounds of this if you play, especially on some different platforms, but yes, that is a big challenge with this game. But so far, I really enjoyed what they've done, and hats off to the development team, because you know, these are passion projects. These are on a very low budget, and people working hard to make these successful and to produce them. This was a successful Kickstarter, and so it had that going for it, as I'm a fan of Kickstarter versus Indiegogo projects, and they followed through. This is a completed product, and now they're offering it, and you know, on several different platforms as well. And so what I've played so far, I really enjoy it. Want to let people know that the footage that you see was captured using a Mega SG and the actual physical cartridge. If you're a fan of classic 2D games such as Ghouls and Ghosts, Ghosts and Goblins, a 2D Castlevania, especially Symphony of the Night, you might want to check this one out. So, this is available again on Switch, Steam, and as well as the Genesis Mega Drive on physical cart. The link will be below for that. What did you think? Is this something you would like to play? It's a very challenging game, and I like what they did here. This has been in development for a long time. Passionate programmers making an amazing aftermarket game for a classic console. It's pretty sweet that they're offering it on other platforms as well. And so really looking forward to playing this one more. Even playing this on easy is pretty challenging. So definitely recommend it if you're a fan of like Ghouls and Ghosts or Castlevania, a type of Castlevania game, this is right up your alley. And so thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and click the bell as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. Let's keep positive. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you have a great day.